In a world where the truth is hard to come by, there's that one guy, just a guy with a thought. World Premiere. World Premiere. Peoples, the worldwide federated internets. What's good? Got on IG Live today. Not me. I joined my bro Montega on IG Live. I don't got the influence for all that. He just invited me on. We had a conversation about, random things, but person got on there, had some disparaging things to say to me because they didn't like my approach. They said I was soft. First of all, let me start out by saying this. I am not a hood dude. I'm not a tough guy. I've never proclaimed to be a tough guy. People who grew up with me know that I'm not a tough guy. People that I went to school with, junior high, high school, public school, know that I'm not a tough guy. So I'm not trying to put on a front. I am not trying to fake the funk. I am not some revolutionary. I am not some tough guy looking to take on the system. My intro says it, and it's not a joke. I am just a guy with a thought. My approach is different from other people. Now, let me say this. I am not a pacifist, right? So I'm not in favor of just letting somebody walk all over me, but I will tell you what my philosophy is, and it's a Bible philosophy. I don't know where I got that from. So in the Bible, in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, verse 28 through 31. And one of the scribes came and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this. Or let me, there was a comma in there and I didn't read it correctly. And the second is like, namely this. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. So this is my standpoint. There's people who I disagree with, who I believe are wrong. That verse said to love thy neighbor as thyself. If I'm wrong, I want my friends to tell me I'm wrong. Now, they might come to me and say, yo, I think you're wrong, bro, and here's why I think you're wrong. I might disagree, but we're going to have a discourse, right? We're going to have a discussion, and I'm going to see that, oh, you know what? My man's was right. I'm wrong, and here's why I'm wrong. Let me chop it up with him. One of my good friends, me and him will talk about the Bible. We'll have back and forth discussions. I'll say something, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and he'll say, well, no, you need to consider X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, man, yo, he's right. I'm wrong. I disagree with people. My opinions are different, but I don't hate anyone, right? I don't hate anyone. If I disagree with you, I will voice my disagreement. I will explain why I disagree. Hopefully I come with receipts to explain why I disagree, and we can move on. I don't hate you. The Bible says to love your neighbor as yourself. We have different opinions, right? I don't mind people with different opinions. I enjoy open discussion. I enjoy, having a difference and hashing some things out. But people assume that if you disagree without being harsh in your disagreement, that's some sign of being soft. This is what I told this person in the live with my guy. Me and him have different approaches. Both of us are from Brooklyn. He's a street dude. I am not a street dude. I'm from the hood. I'm not hood. I've never been. That has never been my MO. That has never been how I carried myself. And I would be, to use an older term, I'd be faking the funk if I came on here like I'm some kind of super thug hard rock telling you what I'm gonna do and blah 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 going in. That's not my approach. Not only is that not my approach because it's just never been me, even if it was me, the Bible instructs me different. Love my neighbor as myself. I hold to that. I adhere to that. I believe that. I believe this is the way that I'm to conduct myself. That doesn't mean that I always have to agree with you. That doesn't mean that I have to let you walk all over me, but I have to love my neighbor as myself. I enjoy when I have a discussion with people and I'm wrong and they correct me in a manner where I can see, you know what? Homie's right. I was straight wrong about X, Y, and Z. And I've been wrong a lot. I have been wrong a lot. I'm humble enough to admit that. Even if I didn't want to admit it, being wrong so much will give you humility, even if you don't have it. But one of the things I told this person is, I think it would be, not only would it be disingenuous, here's what's soft. I'm going to tell you what I think is soft. What's soft is when somebody portrays something that they're not. I am not a tough guy. I am who I am. This is what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a person that's going to try my best, even if I disagree, to understand another person's viewpoint. I may, at the end, I may still disagree with you. I may say, you know what, respectfully, I think you're wrong, and here's why I think you're wrong. But you know what? I'm going to have enough respect for you to try. And I've been guilty of berating people. I've been guilty of disrespecting people. But I'm going to do my best, do my due diligence to carry out what that verse said, to love my neighbor as myself. Respectfully disagree and say, hey, I think you're wrong. I don't agree. Here's why I don't agree, and leave it at that. I don't got to be super tough and act super tough and try to go in and try to do what other people do. It's dudes on the internet that they live the gangster life. They have a gangster life past. They hard rocks, whatever, been to prison, got the stripes looks. That is not me. And I am not going to be that. And I think we have a misunderstanding of what soft is. Like I said, soft is someone trying to act like somebody that they're not. That's soft because you feel like you have to be a certain thing in order to be accepted. To me, that's super soft. Be yourself. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Stay frosty, people.